So last time on K6UDA Radio, we talked about something really big in Studio A. This time, this is something a little bit smaller that we're talking about, but nonetheless, this is very cool. Let's get busy with it this time on K6UDA Radio. These used to be standard fare with iPhones and Galaxies and Androids alike. But in the last few generations of iPhones at least, and that's what I use, wireless has become the standard and really the only way you can connect a set of earpods or headphones. So it only makes sense that we want to use the technology that is out there, the technology that's growing, not the technology that's in the past. So today I'm taking a look at these Enacfire H500 earbuds. These things are a low-cost, high-quality alternative to the Apple EarPods. So when I'm operating at home, I'm usually using something like this, a nice big set of wired headphones to help me with my ham radio world. Now, for those of us that like to operate away from home and pack light, you can always use like the old Apple earphones plugged into your ham radio. In the past few years though, more and more wireless technology has crept into ham radio. These things are very convenient. The sound quality is great. They'll hook up with things like the 705, FT3, even the D74. And I'm sure lots of you guys have picked up a set of the Apple EarPods. I did too. And then I lost one. And at $150 to $250 a pair, that wasn't a cheap proposition to swallow. Now there's also things like these Bose headphones. These are made for sports. They work really good with some of these radios, but they're not the most comfortable things in the world. They kind of poke into your ears. They're very expensive again. A little less prone to losing them because they are hanging from your neck. But today I want to talk about something a little bit different, a lot cheaper on the pocketbook, and they sound good. They hook up with a lot of equipment and they're very comfortable. These are the Enacfire or Enacfire H500 earbuds. Now, full disclosure, the company that does make these sent me a pair for review. I'll post a link to these on my Amazon page in the description below. Please consider clicking on that one because it doesn't cost you anything and it kind of helps me out. All right, now for the specs on these things. These wireless earbuds are Bluetooth 5.0. They've got, they say deep bass. Compared to the Apples, I would say not so deep bass. The audio is very good, especially on the radios. They've got 40 hours of playtime. They're IPX8 waterproof. They're made for active users, exercising, all that good stuff, so they can take the sweat. The case charges with an included USB-C cable, and they have a 2-year warranty with a set of instructions that are pretty good. They go through most of the basic functions. They stick in your ear, they turn on when you pull them out, just like the Apples. And here's what's really cool. As soon as I turn that on, the output from my 705 is now in this. I could put them both in and get the full stereo experience. It sounds awesome. I could sit here and play HF and nobody around me is going to be offended, or they're not going to get tired of listening to me. Well, actually, they might get tired of listening to me, but at least they won't hear the radio, and that won't bother them. So now I can hear the big questions coming from you guys right now. Number one, will they do Vox? Or can I trigger the PTT with these things? The short answer is probably not. Guys, remember, these are a compromise, a lot like portable antennas. They do very, very good at the hearing part. They do really, really well when I'm talking on my phone. And remember, again, we're talking about something that is going to be used for a lot of different things. You might be using one in the car, talking on the phone. Who knows? You could use these things with your TV at home. You could use them with your phone. That's what they're intended for. You could definitely use them with the radio. I'm sitting here right now and I'm listening to D-Star going on right behind my back here on the 705. But the point is, they do work really, really well, especially for the radio, where you're not looking for super high fidelity. These are extremely comfortable. They just kind of slip into my ears, and they want to stay in. The Apple EarPods, they're gonna fly out. I literally lost one of the Apples pulling off, of all things, when COVID first hit, a face mask. Now, are they the best ones out there on the market? I don't know. I haven't tried every single pair on the market. I've tried the Apples, I've got the Bose. I bought another set off of Amazon, and then I've got these. And I would say all around, by far, I like the design of these. I like the way they fit in my ears. I like the sound. It's not the best sound. The battery lasts a long time. They charge right up. You take them out, you stick them in there, they turn on, and they start charging, just like that. Now, the big question that everybody also asks me is, do I really recommend these? And not just because they gave me a free set. Yeah, for 40 bucks, guys, I really recommend these. They're sturdy, they're comfortable, they have good quality sound. They've hooked up to most of my radios. They definitely worked with the Anytone 878. They work with the Kenwood D74. They work with the 705. They did not hook up to my FT3. Oh well, you can't win them all. The case is a little bit bigger than the Apple case, but then again, the design of these things is a little bit different. You could see that the design of this is just a wee bit different from the Apple's. The Apple is like this straight little hook that comes down. These kind of have this weird little hook, but actually it fits really nicely in the ear, and it doesn't hurt. It's comfortable for long-term use. On my recent trip to Florida with 3 and 4 hour flights, I had these things in my ears for the entire flight, listening to audiobooks, and I got no ear fatigue. That is a big, big deal. All right, guys, that's it for the H500 review. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like this video if you do. Subscribe if you haven't. Be sure and check out the email address and my P.O. box in case you got something to share with me. Don't forget to support me on Patreon. That's how all this good stuff happens. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you next time. I'm Bob, K6UDA, and I'm out of here. 7-3.